The sticks. Of course, last year, you think about Dalvin Cook's injury in Week 4 with a torn ACL, just hoping that he can stay healthy in 2018.
And if so, we'll see plenty of runs that will be big time in 2018. Because in 2017, he took over the starting running back job as a rookie and was off to a terrific start. In fact, if you ask people in the Minnesota Vikings organization, they were giddy at the fact that they were able to get him outside of the first round and plug him into the lineup. They expect him to be big time in this season.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. On 2nd down, Cousins again. Flush to his right. And he's just going to get rid of this thing. To no one here. He throws it away. And now it's 3rd.
What's the old adage? Be quick, but don't hurry. Well, that went right out the window there. He was hurried, harassed. That ball had to be gotten rid of. Otherwise, he was going to get sacked.
On 3rd down, Cousins. And the Packers give him nowhere to go, and they bring him down. Nick Perry in there to drop him for a loss of 10. And it'll be 4th and long. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Fielded at the 20. A nice little juke. A nice job on the return there. 16 yards. And it'll be Packer football here. 1st down and 10. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And it drops down incomplete. Thought he might have had it. Instead, 2nd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
The first carry now for Doug Martin. And getting this just shy of midfield. They'll spot it at the 49. They give him 14 yards that time and a fresh set of downs.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge. They
run again on 1st down. Martin. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Viking territory. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
That play reminded me a lot of a former teammate of mine. We used to call him the trash man. His ability to sift through traffic and make plays was uncanny.
And that's exactly what you want from your Mike linebacker. Now the first carry for Ty Montgomery. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down. Tackle made by Everson Griffin.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things. But the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves.
And defensively going with a dime set. 6 DBs on 3rd and 4. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got his targets covered. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Rodgers to Cobb. Good for a Green Bay first. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive. And they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did. Big-time
pickup for them. And now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone. Because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. Makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
26. 158.
Rodgers to throw on second down. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down. He was all over that route defensively. Now, they had 2 picks last week as a unit. Couldn't quite grab that one.
Patience, Grasshopper. Patience. It's early in this game, but you like the fact that they're around the football early. They're going to be upset they didn't haul that one in, but at least they're there at the moment of truth to make a play on it.
By the way, where did the grasshopper thing come from? I know it's been around for a long time.
Yeah, you know, I'll have to tell you that some other time.
All right, back to football. Lets it fly deep for Cobb. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Anderson-Dejo. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Well, I tell you, Brandon, this ball's intercepted, but it is third down. So the silver lining is that since this is so far down the field and there wasn't a big run back associated with it, really this kind of works like a punt. It's not an altogether bad result.
On the ground, it's Cook. And a nice gain there as he'll be taken down just shy of the 20. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give him the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game.
Now a run with Cook, and a nice move will yield nothing as he's stopped behind the line. He lost 2 there, and it's third down. Good opening quarter for him. Remember, he had the sack earlier. Now a tackle for loss, another tackle for loss.
He's really making it tough on the play caller, though, isn't he? Because it's one thing to try and adjust when a guy's disrupting your running game. But when he's messing up your passing game as well, they may have to devote at least a second guy to him to try and keep him away from their plays.
He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. They give him 13 yards there on the play and a fresh set of downs.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
A toss to Cook. And he's got a good gain of 7 up to the 37.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
All right, now here we go. Oh, two. Here we go.
Back now with Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin. Second quarter begins with the Vikings holding the football. They're looking at a second and short yardage to start things out. Cousins. Packer pressure, and down he goes. Vince Beagle coming hard from that linebacker spot. He drops him for a loss of 11. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. On play action, Cousins. And this is going to be incomplete.
Certainly looked like they were getting ready to convert there on 3rd down, but what an effort to get his hand on that one, knock it away, and brings up a 4th down decision.
He steps into this one, and this is a rocket. And he'll go ahead and field this at the 5. A very good return there. Give him an even 20 yards. And out will come the offense as they take over. And now the Packers get set to go. That opening drive ended with the INT. It didn't lead to points, but still not the way they were hoping to begin the game.
But how about going and telling your defense, thank you, a huge thank you. You said it didn't lead to points, stalled off that drive. Now they've got a chance to redeem themselves and maybe reward their defense a little bit and put some points on the board on this one.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up second down. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
I'll go over here.
On 2nd down, Martin. And he'll wind up with about 6, up past the 30 to the 31.
I know the toss play begins with the guy taking the snap and turning around and tossing it to the runner. But where the real intrigue is, can they seal the edge? Whether it's an offensive tackle or a tight end in the direction they want to run the football. If they do that, that's the result that you get, that type of a gain. If they don't, oftentimes it's not a very successful play.
Got an open man. It's Valdez Scantling. And he will have a first down as they get him to the ground at the 37.
That's fine. Yeah. Well, go to 50 and you block over here.
They give to Martin. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Hurry up, hurry up. You got 4. You got 4. Right. That's fine, yeah. Jumbo!
Now Rodgers throwing on 2nd down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. That'll set him back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that's going to lead to a 3rd and 12. So negative yardage, a loss of 3 on 2nd down, and that leads to a tough 3rd down call. Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And he's able to take this one back to the 36-yard line. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe.
And this is taken in at the 5. And they do get him down, but not before he reaches the 4-yard line. A gain of 32 that time. Cousins the thrower. And they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Mike Daniels able to get in there and take him down for a loss of 3. Now from the 7, here's 2nd and goal.
Yellow, let's go. Yellow. He's in there. Yellow.
Cousins now on 2nd down. And it's caught. The catch good for 6 yards, but now it's 3rd and goal.
Everyone's got to be able to catch the football. Doesn't matter what position you play, but if you're on offense, be aware a ball may come your way.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. They'll run for it. This is Murray. And he will take this one into the end zone for a Viking touchdown. Latavius Murray, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Vikings are able to strike for 6. Forbath, the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers will bring the pack up with a 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll start on the ground with Montgomery. And not a whole lot doing there as he'll get it up to about the 28-yard line. Give the tackle there to Danielle Hunter.
I don't think any of us were surprised that they decided to start this drive on the ground after the last 2 drives ended in interceptions.
Unfortunately, though, not a lot going on that first play.
Yeah, I think the anticipation was felt also by the defense.
And left side here, it's Graham. And he's got some space here. And he'll be out of bounds up past the 45. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. On 1st down, Rodgers out to the flat. That's complete to his running back. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 7 yards there on the 1st down screen play.
And we see another pitch and catch there to the running back. This position just continues to evolve. They've become just as critical to the passing attack as a lot of receivers, tight ends, because their ability to make people miss in the open field can really generate big plays for an offense.
And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
He may be a bit undersized compared to the modern-day NFL defensive tackle, but what he lacks in size, he definitely makes up for in his ability to make tackles in the run game as well.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout, as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
88. Inside.
Shotgun now for Rodgers. Caught right side, Davis. A big gain of 31 on 3rd down.
As we continue to advance in the NFL, as people continue to scout players, they really don't care as much about body types as they care about those guys who can make people miss, run through tackles, and gain all that additional run after catch. Anybody who has that ability, they want them on their team.
Hey, 88.
1st down, here's the run with Montgomery. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. And before this 2nd down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as the clock will stop with 21 seconds to go here in the 1st half.
Zoom.
On 2nd down, here's Rodgers. And Rodgers intercepted a 3rd time. Picked off by Harrison Smith. And a potential turning point as he'll get the football in very good field position late in this 1st half.
Yellow. Hey, receiver. Rhino.
Following the interception, Cousins. He's got it complete to Diggs, right side. 4 seconds left, and there's the timeout. In field goal range and a chance to tack on 3 before intermission. And Forbath will put this one through. So we hit halftime with our visitors, the Vikings, taking the lead to the locker room, as we send you down to Orlando, where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. Trevor Davis now to return. And an excellent return there as he's up to the 35, but make it the 40-yard line.
It's the third quarter, and they're down on the scoreboard, and while no one wants to hit the panic button just yet, points are a necessity on this drive. What a great way to get set up.
They go play action here on first down. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Graham. A good pickup there at 22.
His position, and he's listed as a tight end, but he certainly doesn't run like one, and that's what we're seeing more and more coming into the league. Those guys who can run, make plays after the catch, and gain that additional yardage.
And using that speed there to turn it into a pretty nice little gain. First down, here's the run with Martin. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
Well, we just saw a great example of what we talked about with his coach prior to the game. He's definitely one of the better linebackers at reading a play and flowing to make the stop before it turns into something big.
That's fine. Yeah. Here we go. Right up. 58. 50. Four down. Check. Four down. Get it.
They run it again with Martin. And he gets it down a yard or two shy of the 30 before he's out of bounds. It'll be a gain of 5, but still about 3 yards shy of the first down marker, and now it's third down.
Let's go, come on. Zoom.
Here's Rodgers. He gets it over the middle to Cobb. And he's going to get the first down here as he's taken down at the 22. 9 yards on the pickup there, and it keeps the drive alive.
We are going. Got it. Hey, check 26.
And off comes to Martin. And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Making the stop there, Daniil Hunter.
No gain on that run, and while this team is down, they're not out of it by any stretch of the imagination. Maybe you just have to think about different style of running in order to get this guy going.
That's fine. Yeah. Jump out. You got 4. Wide left. Hey, check 26. Get it.
Rodgers looking to throw on second down. That's complete to his tight end. This is Lance Kendricks. He showed off a nice juke of the defender before the next wave could bring him down. And they'll get 9 there as that sets him up better for third down. The Packers on third down. They've converted 4 times out of 6. Not bad. Here it's 3rd and 2. They'll run it. Here's Montgomery. And he gets the first down yardage before he's brought down just outside the 10 at the 11. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Let's go, hey, let's go, come on. Here we go. 58.
Back to the ground. This time it's Martin. And he couldn't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now 1st and goal.
Well, so much for him being bottled up throughout the day. Finally finds a way to break through and get a really nice gain. The defense had felt great about what they had going. Now they've got to turn their attention to getting it back in that direction. Can they bottle him up again? Because I'd say after that run, confidence is pretty high for him.
He'll get it up the middle. They'll say no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd and goal.
They're right there at the 1. No gain, but don't let that stop you. Line back up and keep going at them. If I'm them, I'm thinking about going at it 4 straight times.
He's going to get it running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. It'll go as no gain on the play, and now they're looking at a 3rd and goal. They'll run for it with Martin. And the penetration too strong. He won't make it back to the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of 1, and that will bring up an interesting decision here on 4th and goal. And Crosby puts it through, and they get themselves on the board here. It's 10-3. A dozen plays on that drive that ends with the field goal.
Let's go ahead and break out some of the old chestnuts here, right, partner? Keep the ball in front, rally to it, and make the tackle. Right? No big plays given up. No balls over your head. Bend, don't break.
Hold on. Chestnuts?
You like
Come
that
on.
one?
What does that mean, break out just because you break chestnuts?
I'm not sure about that, but I'm just going with why they said that. I have no idea.
Trying to fire up that running game with Dalvin Cook. And he'll fight forward to about the 27-yard line. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Now a 2nd down throw for Cousins. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Oh, and now some space to operate. And he takes it all the way down to the 28-yard line. A huge play there on the screen pass. 45 yards. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 as they've got it to the 28-yard line. On 1st and 10, Cousins. Incomplete. Right side of the tight end, Rudolph. And he'll go down here right around the 23-yard line. 6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4. Second down, Cousins. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
The Vikings on 3rd down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. They'll run it now out of the gun. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. Give him 10 yards on that one, and that'll earn him a fresh set of downs. Hasn't been his best afternoon on the ground, far from it, but a critical 3rd down conversion.
His afternoon just got better. All right, you're exactly right. Hasn't been his best in terms of yardage, but that run there, that's the one your teammates look to you and go, okay, that's what we want.
And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by the Michigan man, Jake Ryan. And a short return will be stopped inside the 10 at the 8-yard line.
Go.
Here's Martin as they begin on the ground. And he's going to be taken down here at about the 10. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Now with the play clock down to 2, we're going to get a timeout here. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter.
That's fine. Yeah. Hurry up. Hey, Mike. No.
Again, it's Martin. And they'll get him down up past the 15, just shy of the 20. It's a 10-yard pickup, and it moves the chains.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I can just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. And a short pickup there as he'll take this up to right around the 20. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well. Jumbo! Rio going. Hey, check 26. Jumbo! Hey, check 26.
Now with just 1 second showing on the play clock, we're going to get a timeout. That's going to leave them with just 1 remaining here in this fourth quarter.
Hey, check 26. Got. No. Green 18. Hey, where y'all going?
Looking to throw on second down. Rodgers lets this one rip toward Graham. And that one almost intercepted. Far too loose with the football here. Nearly a fourth pick. And it's third down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After an incomplete pass on second down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9.
Yeah, Liz.
To throw is Rodgers. On 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a fourth pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. Here's Sherrills. 6-yard return after a punt of 48. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Vikings offense now, they get ready to head back on the field. Right now clinging to a 1-score lead, Charles, and I think operating within that 4-minute offense with a little less than 4 minutes to go applies here, right?
It certainly does, and that means the playbook is still wide open. But you are a little bit more careful about what you're calling. You want plays that are going to gain yardage, how would you say it, consistently, right? You don't need the big shots downfield, but make sure the clock continues to run. Pile up the first downs. And the goal, end the game with your quarterback kneeling down at the end, and you still have the lead.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A 2nd down throw for Cousins. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be grabbed and pulled down. Here's Ryan Quigley now as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. A good return there, 17 yards. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Green Bay offense now about ready to take possession here. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, where the game is close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play. The best offenses and the ones that win are ones that make adjustments. And right now, I think this team needs to open things up.
Jumbo! Hey, check 26.
Rodgers now to throw on 2nd down. Flushed out right. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. A pretty good coverage there, and both of these defenses, they've had good coverage throughout this one.
No doubt about it, and in today's NFL, where we're used to a bit more scoring, this feels almost like a well-pitched game in baseball on both sides, where the tension continues to build. Who's going to make the big play?
Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. One score down. Here we go. They're going to go for it here on 4th down.
26.
Now Rodgers got to have this one. And that is incomplete. The Packers unable to pick up the first. And the Vikings, they have the football now in excellent field position. First down, here's the run with Cook. And he's going to fight his way forward here for a modest gain. Ha-ha, Clinton Dix there for the stop. Charles, defensively, one timeout left. Do you use it here, or do you let it roll to the 2-minute warning?
I would use it here because you're going to get the 2-minute warning stoppage as well. And then that means you have to snap the ball again. Something could happen. Something could go awry. You could get the ball back. I wouldn't let it run.
From the gun, here's Cousins. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. He takes it to the 15. A flashy move, but little to show for it. Time for a break. We'll come back, see what transpires after this. The Vikings on third down. They've hit it 50%, 3 of 6 to this point. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. Cousins. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Kenny Clark in there to drop him for a 4-yard loss, and it'll be 4th down. And Forbath will put this one through, and they will stretch their lead to 10 now at 13-3. So his second field goal of the game, and that could turn out to be the big one.
Yeah, you have to make them score twice to beat you, and that's not impossible. But here in the fourth quarter, puts their backs clearly against the wall.
The Packers offense now heading back out onto the field. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Now Rodgers. Over the middle, complete. It's Cobb. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down. Short play like that in this situation this late, that's a win for the defense.
No doubt. And I remember something Coach Madden used to talk about all the time. Sometimes you can't just take what the defense gives you. You have to take what you need. And in this case, the offense is taking what the defense is giving them, not what they need.
On 3rd down, they go Montgomery. And he will have a first down here at about the 40. 7 yards there, good enough to move the sticks. First down now, but the clock continues to move.
Hey, where are going?
To throw is Rodgers. He's going to let it fly. And he couldn't hang on. Would have been their 4th pick of the game. Instead, 2nd down.
Try and get it all back with one big shot right there, but even if successful, that doesn't get them all the way back to where they need to be. Can't totally abandon throwing the ball underneath as well.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. On 2nd down, Montgomery. And he will be brought down at about the 43 that time. Call it about a gain of 3, and they'll be looking at a 3rd and 7 coming up. Back to throw, Rodgers.
He continues to struggle to find a crease to break off a big one and might need to just put that aside and just try and ram his way forward and get what he can.
12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another first down. And now here comes their final timeout as they take it with 8 ticks remaining. Rodgers to throw. Caught on the right side by Adams. just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
To throw is Rodgers. And this is dropped in incomplete. Well, there's a metaphor for how this one is gone, as time has run out on this ball game. Well, Charles, it's great to win at home in the NFL. When you win on the road, it's a little extra special, isn't it?
It is, because, let's face it, in most cases, you're not expected to go on the road and win in the National Football League. It just doesn't usually compute. So to get out there, get that done, and then head back to your city with one in the victory column, oh, that's a fantastic feeling.
So for the Vikings, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll head back home next week to take on the Buffalo Bills. Meanwhile, for Green Bay, they'll fall to 1-1. And they'll try to rebound next week on the road in Washington.
back man. Blue 80. Done. 120. Done. There we go. Back man. 120. Done. There we go. Back man. Blue 80. Here we go. 120! Liz. Lion. Done. Here we go. Blue 80! Wrap! Let's go. Great. There we go. Back man. Blue 80! Black. Let's go. Done. Here we go. 120! Fort Tokyo! Let's go. Great. Done. Hang in there now. 120! Run. Listen! There we go. Back man. Blue 80!
You